Hey guys, so today we have another episode of Darwin's Rants. So, if you guys know, I've been introduction. We're gonna start off talking about a couple of interviews that I did today, one of the quizzes they gave me, and what I'm doing moving forward. Yeah, let's go with that. So, today was pretty interesting. As you know, I've been looking for work because my brew pub got sold, but they're still not open, and I don't know when they're going to be opening up. And I still am very skeptical for the fact that it's soon. There's so much work to be done. So in the meantime, I need to look out for myself and my family, and I need to work. So crazy enough, I went to my first interviews in Jesus Christ, 5 years? 5 years, yeah. Pretty much it's been 5 years since I've been working at Stanford Brewing. So haven't had needed the opportunity to really and love the job, and it paid well. So. I hadn't really needed to look for other stuff, but now I'm out in the wild and took 2 interviews today. So first one is for I think it's like a fancier kind of bistro kind of to do in the nicest suburb in Orlando. It's called Winter Park, actually, and it's nice. Like it's solid quote unquote downtown kind of thing, but it's like you drive around that neighborhood. I mean, there's nonstop amount of like millions dollars of houses. So really nice suburb, and I actually lived in one of the nicer ones, but this is even nicer. Crazy. So I guess I'll go with the quiz afterwards. They gave me a quiz. I thought I'd knock the quiz out of the park. Got an interview, and I felt the interview went well. Yeah. Then I went to another interview, which is a place called Hillstone. So Hillstone is actually a chain. I didn't realize. There's about 10 locations. They actually replied to me. So this is a little bit sus part about it. They replied to me about 2 weeks ago, and I've been busy, and I haven't had a chance to go to interview. And the interview wasn't even like, hey, here's a phone interview, or here's my name, meet up with me. It's like, Monday through Thursday, 2:30 to 4, just walk in and we'll interview you. I'm like, holy shit, that's pretty open. So I literally just walked in today after 2 weeks of receiving that email. I was like, oh shit, are you guys still hiring? Blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, no problem. Fancy place. We're talking, multiple location stuff. There's one in Park Ave in Manhattan. But we're talking about $20 salads. Your base burgers would be $22 and your entree starting at $30. And that's just starting entree, right? So nicer kind of place. Walk in, fancy. Even at even on 3 o'clock on a Tuesday, which most restaurants are closed. I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of restaurants do that close from 3 to 5 thing because there's nobody there. Like, what are you doing at 3 o'clock? It's not lunch, it's not dinner time. So, but I walked in there was probably a dozen people at the bar, another dozen guests, and then there's so much fucking staff, insane amount of staff, and they're doing the fancy thing. They're black pants, black shirt, button collared, and a vest, right? Everybody looks like a fucking valet, and it's like I would literally count. There was almost one staff per guest, which is crazy. That's a lot of fucking staff. They're I saw 5 servers. I'm like, there's only 5 fucking tables here. So, but granted, they probably make their money because the check average is pretty high. Thought I had a pretty good interview there. We'll see. And then I actually drove by my former work, and on the corner, I would literally stop by there to trade shifties. They get free drink, we get a free drink. 300 feet from where I work, walkable, same parking lot basically. They opened up a nicer kind of Greek restaurant. I applied when they opened. I applied a couple weeks ago, no reply. So I was like, fuck it. I got these resumes on me. Walked in. The host is like, hey, what's up? I was like, here, give this to your manager. It's like, I don't care if you got 2 email resumes. You're getting a paper one. I used to work right around the corner. God damn, the amount of the same regulars I would have would be such a good thing for your business, but didn't get to really speak to a manager. I left by the time that person got it. Maybe I should have walked up and said hi. I don't know, whatever. But you got 3 copies of my resume. Give me a shot, otherwise fuck you. All right, so, and by the way, while I was in that parking lot, so this is literally an hour and a half after my initial interview, boom, I already got a rejection letter from the first place that was hiring. Real fast. I don't think it would have worked out because they were planning on opening up in February. I was like, fuck, I can't, what am I gonna do? I'd like to work for you, but wait that long. Granted, I probably could have figured it out. Like, if it was a busier job than my, former slash current job, whatever it is, I would like take the opportunity, fancy downtown, nicer bistro kind of place. Like, I'm here to like support my family and make make a decent living, right? And that's my goal. But let me tell you about the quiz that they gave me. And motherfucker, I spent like 10, 15 minutes answering this thing, and it was like, oh, don't worry about it if it's just quick and easy. But man, do I know my shit. And let me fucking give it to you right now. And first off, the guy interviewing me didn't even look at it. They probably threw it out. Motherfucker, I put in my fucking knowledge, and I know my shit. So what's the difference? Here, I'll give you the quiz, and I'll give you the answers. What's the difference between braising and brining? So braising is when you cook an item, generally lower temperatures, in a liquid. Generally, it could be stock, but you're just cooking something. It can be an oven on the pot, in a pot, but you're just cooking something at below boiling temperatures, around boiling temperatures, like simmering temperatures, in liquid. And then confit is with oil. And then, that's an extra bonus points. Brine is when you put an item in salt solutions, generally going to be a protein. And what it does is, through the process of osmosis, you're going to ideally hydrate that protein or product more than it was. So you're trying to make a juicier product. Turkey in general is pretty dry, so therefore you brine, and therefore you get a juicier product. Boom, right? What's define a surf and turf? Seafood and generally red meat. What's the difference between New York strip and a fillet? Fillet is very lean. It's generally be a more prized cut, but it's very lean. Generally comes in like a medallion kind of shape, or tall medallion kind of shape. Lean, tender. New York strip is going to have a little bit more oomph of like beef flavor, and part of that is it just has fat. Like it actually has like a strip of more marbling and generally some more fat on it. Right? Boom. Given the ingredients for an Aperol Spritz: 2 ounces of Aperol, ice, stem glass, prosecco, orange wedge. Bang. I made a lot of those in my life. Manhattan 212, 2 ounces of rye, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Stir, strain, Nicanora coupe, maraschino cherry, garnish. What is the difference between Sonoma and Napa? And this one actually stumped me a little bit, but I'll give you some information. So Napa is going to be generally both are like prized parts of north of San Francisco wine regions in California. Prize regions. Napa is going to be a little bit more expensive and known for Cabernet. Sonoma is going to be, in general, a little bit known for Pinot Noirs, Zinfandel, Chardonnay. And also, climate-wise, Sonoma is actually on the west. So it actually is a cooler climate, getting more air from the Pacific Ocean versus Napa is next to it, inland, right? A little bit more warm. Cool. Tell me the difference between Cabernet Sauvignon and Pinot Noir. So Pinot Noir is actually a thinner-skinned grape. So with that, the extraction is going to be a little bit is going to be lighter. So you're actually going to have a like light to medium colored red wine out of Pinot Noir versus Cabernet Sauvignon is going to be a much darker wine. With Pinot Noir, you're going to have like lighter flavors, cherry, blueberry, strawberry, versus Sauvignon Blanc. Sorry, not Sauvignon Blanc. Cabernet Sauvignon is be richer. So you get cassis, blackberry, bolder, richer flavors. And these are like very simple. Like I'm not trying to write an essay for you. It's like I didn't have space for that. Like I could literally write like 2-3 sentences for you at most. Bang. Name as many single Scotch distilleries as you can. Single malt Scotch distilleries as you can. Bro, I gave him like 20, and I know I could get him more. But man, I went deep. I can give you Japanese. I get some Tori Yamazaki. I went high. There's big ones like Glenfiddich, Balmore, but like, man, I went hard. I went Deanston, Akintoshan, Buchladik, Springbank. Glenmorangies everywhere. Bro, yeah, I think if I counted, I'd probably give anywhere from like 15 to 20. And that's not even the most of my knowledge. Like, I was actually had a little bit of allergy yesterday, so like I didn't wake up the brightest this morning. So I was like, cool. So I crushed the shit out of that quiz, and I know my shit. Like I would love for them to, give me a quiz sheet that was better answered than that motherfucker. But no way. I don't even care if the server bartender had like 15, 20 years of experience and I only have 10. There's no way they're more knowledgeable. I just know it. Like, bro, I literally waste so much fucking time on my own fucking free time. You know, I could be fucking playing Magic or I do fantasy football shit. But the amount of fucking time I waste watching wine content, whiskey content, bourbon content. Bro, I just watch this shit. Bro, I don't even have fucking a single malt in my house right now. Like, right? Like, wine. Almost all my drinking is on this channel. When is fucking last seen me drink wine? You know? But I fucking learned that shit because you want to be professional. So, good luck on them for making me fucking whatever. It's fucking it's fine. It's fine. Don't be angry. I will say part of it was a little bit stressful. I was just like after getting that rejection, like they literally sent me an email like an hour and a half after I just boom bang interviewed, and then part of me just got like a little bit deflated, and I was like, shit, I don't want to keep applying to places and keep getting rejected or keep interviewing at places and keep rejected. That was just like, part of me. But then like, bro, I'm 36. I'm a grown ass man. I know my fucking shit. I have a lot of experience. I have more knowledge than you can even imagine. I'm good at my fucking job. And like, if you don't want to give me a chance, go fuck yourself. Like, there's nothing to be fucking scared about. Like, it's one thing when you're like, the other thing about the second place I interviewed, right? The fancy place with the, expensive menu and shit. So like open interviews, bang. While I was there, they sat me at a table and I was only there for like 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Within that time, I saw at least like 5-6 people walk in the door. So for the last 2 weeks, within a half hour, you had 6 people interview. Like, they're just interviewing fucking everybody. So that's pretty crazy. Like, ideally, you don't have staff to fucking, like, your management and people hiring just don't have the time to interview. Like, that's 6 people within half an hour, and it's been 2 weeks already. You've been interviewing people for the last week or two. Like, you're interviewing at least hundreds of people, which is crazy. And like, even like sat down, like just waiting at a table, small talk with one of the guys. He's like, I've never worked at a restaurant in my life, and I want to be a hostess here. I'm like, motherfucker, is this a fancy kind of place? Like, maybe you want to get a job at like, Joe Schmo Chili's or right? Like, but like a fancy fine dining place like this, and they interviewed him with no experience. So I don't see a good chance working at that place because like they're just interview everybody. So like I'm just gonna get thrown into like, the monkey of it all. But anyway, going back to it all. Yeah, I know part of my brain was like, stressed and deflated. But then like part of me's like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna keep fucking punching my head at the wall at this shit. And ideally something will stick. A lot of it's luck, and I'm confident I know my shit. Like I fucking know my shit. So yeah, we'll see. Give you guys an update. Let me know how you guys would have done on that quiz. Because no offense to you guys, but that's not an easy quiz. Like, involves food. It involves food, cocktails, wine, whiskey. Like, bro, like, I answered, bro, I'm fucking proud of myself. I know I got rejected from one interview. The other one, I don't think is that promising because they fucking interview everybody left and right. But I'm fucking proud of myself. I'm glad they fucking gave me that quiz, and I fucking crushed it. I fucking know my shit. And I'm proud of myself. And guess what? Even after that, I went online to learn more. Like, all right, well, how do I, like, what if I had to write an essay about this shit? Let me read more. And that's the kind of passion I have about this stuff. And that's why I sort of like working in this industry, right? Like, could you imagine like someone like going to work and then getting home and then doing more work relevant to their job? Like, for me, this is just fun. That knowledge and that knowing this shit is cool. Like, I enjoy it. So that's probably, so people ask why you're in this industry. It's cool. Like, it's interesting to me, talking about this. Like, bro, if I have to shoot shit with a regular or somebody at the bar talking about this shit, bro, you just made my day. Like, I'm getting paid to do this. Oh, forget about it. I'm a pig in shit. And my goal in life is every day you go to work feeling like you're not working is a fucking win. That's the goal. That's the fucking win in life. Going to a job that you don't enjoy is the fucking worst, right? So I enjoy this shit. So that's why I keep doing it. And so fingers crossed. And, and ideally, my restaurant opens soon. If not, I'm still applying to places. And it's nice to have other options and look at other options. Because, like, in the end, there's some good-ass jobs out there. Like, I have a good friend right now. He works for the JW Marriott, and he makes a shit ton of money. Like, a lot. And, yeah. And when you work for a company like that, you get paid time off. Like literally, I was sitting at the bar with him one day. He's like, yeah, I'm getting paid $17 an hour today. I was like, for what? He's like, paid time off. I'm like, what? Stock options, 401k, boom, boom, free, discount, this, that. I'd like health insurance. I'm fucking 36. I don't have health insurance. So, until next time, give more updates. Darwin's Rants, later.